When PulseX tokens are burned, whose tokens exactly are getting burned? It's a great question. It's a great question. So the fee2 address in the Uniswap v2 code, which is forked to create the PulseX contracts, scrapes a percentage of fees, 21.7% of fees. And those fees, when you do a swap, are paid in the form of the token that you're getting rid of. So if you were to swap, say, Pulse for Hex, then the contract would scrape some of the Pulse. And if you were to swap Hex for Pulse, it would scrape some of the Hex. Then when someone adds or removes liquidity to that Hex Pulse pair, as part of their add or remove function, that person pays to send the scraped tokens to the fee2 address. And so the fee2 address acquires over time, as people add and remove liquidity from the LP, 21.7% of the fees, and the fees are whichever pair was gotten rid of to get the other side of the pair. And so the tokens that are being burnt, and so what happens is now anyone can run a contract which then uses those scraped fee2 address paid fee percentages, and then buys PulseX with those so the inputs are the scraped fees from those other coins, and then it trades them for PulseX, and then those PulseX are burnt. So the same thing that allows them to do the trade also burns them. So that's it. So the input energy to buy the PulseX to then burn it comes from the scraped fees from trades in the PulseX exchange. And so the answer to your question is, whoever was offering their PulseX as an LP, whoever was offering their PulseX on the PulseX whatever pair is the person's PulseX that gets burnt, because it was the one that was for offer.